Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to what will hopefully be the final project on the Gallardo before springtime comes and we just start driving and enjoying the car again. You guys know my MO if you've been following the channel. I like to do maintenance and upgrades all winter long. It's part of my excitement with buying a Gallardo as I was able to work on this car. So I enjoy tinkering with it all winter, but I enjoy playing with it, driving, cars and coffee, doing all those things all summer. So anyway, this was a bit of an unexpected project. If you guys follow along with the videos, you know, I recently did the coolant hoses on this car, and in order to do that, we had the front pulled out. It's the first time, and I guess the 2 years I've owned this car, I completely pulled the front liner out of the car, only to discover somebody skimped out a bit and put a tiny battery, the wrong size battery, in this car, and they didn't even put a battery hold down in the car. It's just totally MIA, so it's just kind of flopping around in there. So unfortunately, I found out this last week that that part has been discontinued. I've been searching eBay. I'll try and find one, but in the meantime, I'm just going to fab up a little bracket to hold it in place and make one. So I broke down and reached out to Jason Burtman, and I actually purchased an anti-gravity setup for the car. Alright guys, so fresh off the FedEx truck, let me show you what I bought. If you guys are in the market for these, by all means reach out to Jason. He'll hook you up. So what I got the Battery Tracker Plus, Bluetooth, to be able to track the car. Got a Bluetooth app, we'll have to figure that out. We'll hook it up as we go. If you don't already have one compatible, you're going to need a charger, yourself a maintainer. With a smaller 2 amp, just keep this thing maintained. Your regular lead acid charger won't work with the new lithium battery. And my understanding, there's a couple different sizes of the batteries. Went with the H7. Middle of the road, wasn't the smallest but not the largest. Couple of fobs for the emergency start. And these batteries are super light. We'll have to weigh it compared to the other battery, but these things are incredibly light for a battery. If you guys own an exotic, whether it's a Lamborghini or Ferrari, these things are super voltage sensitive. And one of the issues is you start getting erroneous codes and goofy stuff going on with these cars when the voltage gets low. This being a smaller battery, and I have absolutely no idea how old the battery is or when it was replaced, I went ahead and bit the bullet, if nothing else, out of sheer curiosity to see if there's any differences with this battery. And hopefully this is the last battery I have to purchase for this car during my ownership. If you guys are new to the exotic car world, it's just a matter of time before you meet Jason Burtman. If you haven't, you need to. And once you meet Jason, it's just a matter of time before you own a sprint booster and an anti-gravity battery. Like I said, I've been hearing about these things for a couple years. Now, in all seriousness, Jason's been a huge help. I will put all his contact information in the description, as web link, as well as his personal phone number. Jason is super responsive, nice guy to talk to, nothing more than helpful. I can't tell you how many hours I spent on the phone with Jason over the last couple years, talking about things and getting information. Really helpful guy. Reach out to Jason if you need one of these and he will hook you up. So for the install, I got my little helper today, and we're going to start by removing this frunk again. Again, I got this flush mounted amp in the bottom here. I'm going to pull out first. You guys don't need to see any of that. But first we're going to take and we're just going to pull off the weather stripping. Go ahead and pull that off, pal. Just work it off all the way and be gentle. Set it aside for me. Then once you guys get that out of the way, you've got 4 hex bolts down here to undo that hold the liner in. These are 4mm hex bolts. get those pulled out. I'm gonna get that amp out of here, and then we can pull the front liner out to access that battery. All right, now that I got all my amp and everything disconnected, got the hex bolts out, I'm gonna work on the front lamp here. Just kind of pivot that out from the back side. One little pigtail to unhook here. Now, of course I gotta work around all the wires, but I should be able to pull the front liner out. Now we got the front out of the way, we've got full access to the battery. Like I said, you guys should have a clamp here. Obviously, I do not. Here we are, guys. Got both batteries out here, up where I can get them. We got the old battery out, new battery, obviously right up front here. Visually, you can tell the size difference is quite different right here. So I just weighed them. This anti-gravity battery is weighing in at exactly 20 pounds. The old battery is weighing at exactly 40, so it's literally twice the weight of the larger anti-gravity battery. So we're saving another 20 pounds right here as well. Working on getting the new battery in, guys. I'm pulling out this battery tracker, the Bluetooth module, whatever you want to call it. I'll have to read up on the exact operation of it later. Obviously got the app that we'll install. But as far as the install of the battery tracker itself goes, pretty simple. Obviously got your red and black. It comes with a little bit of Velcro. So we will just hook that up and find a clean spot there on the battery out of the way to attach this. And like I said, we'll have to read up on it later. It comes with instructions. Tiny, and this is supposed to work on a, doesn't have to be a lithium battery. You guys could get this if you wanted as well. So the fact that it actually tracked the vehicle is pretty cool as well. It got some fun little features to play with, so we'll get that installed. So again, you're going to need a lithium compatible battery charger, maintainer of some sort. Doesn't have to be the anti-gravity brand, but Jason can hook you up with these as well. So that's what I got. Visually real similar to the Viking maintainer I've been using. Nothing too complex about them. This is what you get in the kit. And I am going to go ahead and while I'm installing the battery, we're just going to hardwire it in as well so we can just plug that in and unplug it simply at any time. We don't got to worry about the alligator clips popping off or anything like that. So that's a super handy feature to have as well. Alright, got the new battery all in. You can see it fills that void much, much better. We got the battery tracker hooked up. I've got the tender plugged in and currently working, sitting at about 13.5 volts. Everything seems to be copacetic. I got all sorts of stuff for the aftermarket stereo and things I had to squeeze in there. But we'll check everything before we even attempt to put that trunk liner back in. Here, because I got my heater on, I got the e-gear pump priming, we got power, lights on, everything seems to be okay here. Like I said, before I get that front liner in there, I really want to make sure that everything here works. So I'm going to attempt to get the app downloaded here and hook up this battery tracker. I set up for the battery tracker super easy. About 4 little steps that walks you right through it. You can see we're at 100%, shows our voltage, temperature. We'll have to play with the app a little bit more. I'm more concerned about getting the car back together and getting it fired up next. All in all, quick, easy install. I say roughly an hour, and part of that, like I said, was wrestling the front mounted amp that I've got in there. Other than that, you know, it's just taking that trunk liner in and out is probably the most time consuming part of the whole job. Quick and easy other than that. And go ahead and attempt to fire it up for the first time. So I probably should have done it before and after. Maybe I'll see if I can find a old clip of a cold start or something. Sorry, this thing is loud. Shut the door. That cranked up 10 times faster with that battery versus before. Alright guys, so it's been a couple weeks, a little update to round out this video. Car's been sitting here for a couple weeks since I put the battery in. I haven't driven the car. The weather just happens to be pretty nice here, and I've got a Cars and Coffee I'm going to hit in the morning. So I'll finish up this video here real quick. Pull up the app. As you guys can see, I just left it off the charger. have anything hooked up. It's just been sitting here, and we're still sitting above 13 volts, which is pretty cool. Like I said, we've saved 20 pounds of weight. E-gear pump primes faster, and the engine cranks twice as fast. We'll get a good before and after of that. Like I said, it's been sitting for a while, so we'll get a good clip here of the e-gear pump priming. So all is good. So far I'm really happy with the battery. It seems to be holding voltage as it should, even without anything hooked up to it, which is really cool. I always left the other battery on the tender. So anyway, let's go ahead and fire this thing up after it's been sitting for a couple weeks and see how it cranks. There you have it, guys. I'm going to do a little bit of detailing, get this thing ready for the cars and coffee in the morning after it's been in the garage getting worked on all winter. Super excited to finally get this thing out and drive it after all the work I've done. I'll let you guys decide, whether the value of the battery is worth it or not, but that's my review. It's important to note, I don't work for anybody. I am not sponsored by anybody. I purchase the products that I review on this channel, just like anyone and everyone else out there would. So I don't have anything to gain by promoting a product other than what I believe in. I work hard for my money and I spend it on what I spend it on, and I give you guys an honest opinion. Sometimes it's total crap. I'll let you guys know when that happens as well, as you guys have seen in the past if you follow the videos and follow this channel all the way from the beginning. So anyway, if you guys need something like this or anything else, reach out to Jason Burtman. Again, I'll put all his information in the description of the video here. Thanks again for watching, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share the crap out of the channel. It helps it grow, and we'll see you guys on the next video.